How's it going, guys? Welcome to part 2 of our trapping series. Today we're going to show you all about how to set your traps on the ground, how to set your traps up on trees when you're in an area where there's weka or kiwi. So what we've got with us are a bag of lure, which is flour mixed with icing sugar, and you can use scented oils if you want as well. We've got a hammer, we've got staples, we've got traps, and we've got nails for raising our traps with. Alright, so we've got ourselves a stunt man to show you guys what you shouldn't do when you're possum trapping. So this is Woody, and he doesn't say a lot, but he does a lot of stupid shit, and it's pretty funny to watch. Alright, so we'll just show you guys what we do when we're carrying our traps and how we like to carry them together. So we'll start off with one trap with a nice long chain like this one, and then we'll thread all the traps down it like this. It's nice and easy. And you can usually get about 10 traps to a chain is a good number, and then you know how many traps you got. They're nice and easy to count. And then what you do once you got 9 of them on there is you can just clip it. So you open up your last trap and clip that chain shut, and then they can't come undone. And you can put them in your pack in bundles of 10 and just get each bundle out as you need it. Alright, so now we're just looking for places to put our traps. So what we're looking for are pads or possum runs, which are tracks which possums use to get around on the ground. Another thing we're looking for is possum shit, and we're looking for possum shit that's either 2 or more pellets stuck together, so we know that those possums were on the ground when they shat and they're not just shitting out of the tree. Another thing we're looking for are discolourings on trees. So when possums pass over trees and they climb up a tree, often enough they have an oil which is on their fur and on their skin, and they end up staining that tree. Here we have a good example of discolouring on a tree. So this is a nice Kamahi tree here, obviously a well used feed tree for possums. And you can see where the possum's belly is rubbed against this protruding part of the tree. His claws will be on either side of that ridge up the tree, and his belly will be rubbing up here, and that's what's made that black discolouring. And it goes all the way up the tree. You can see his claw marks on the sides of the tree as well. Alright, so what we're going to show you with possum trapping are the methods that we use. Most possum trappers are all different, everyone has their own way of doing it. We're just showing you the way that we do it, and we're always changing that. It's good to change your methods all the time. The worst thing you can do is be stuck with the same method and refuse to change, because possums get used to certain methods. So it's good to change because you can catch them out that way. Right, so this is a ground set. It's a pretty standard way of trapping. So we staple our trap on there. We'll make a bit of a indent in the ground, and then we'll set our trap. Now basically how I like to do it is I'll push my 2 thumbs down on the trap, open the jaws, flick that latch back over, and try and make sure that trigger plate's nice and level and on the edge. And then we just put that trap in the ground and have our lure ready. Put a bit of lure out here on the trail, so this is where the animals are passing through. We want to intercept any animal that walks past here with some lure. Then we'll put the rest of it up the tree like that, and that's it really.
So not everyone will be able to set it with their hands, so if you can't, you can always do it with your feet. Now what you may find is if you just do it straight into the ground, you're probably going to find that it will sink down and you're not going to be able to get the little lever over because you won't be able to push your trap down far enough. So if you balance it on your hammer or a stick or anything you can find, you can then bend it down as far as you need. I always bring my fingers around the back of the trap because I don't like to risk getting them caught. Bring your little plate up, push it down and slowly bring your feet off and your trap's ready to go. Lift it off the hammer.
Right, so what we're going to show you now is a raised set. So this is what you have to do when you're trapping in areas where there's either kiwi or weka. We'll have the dot measurements up on the screen for you, just to show you how high they need to be. Weka can get up a lot higher than a kiwi can, and you basically just hammer two nice long nails with flat small heads, hammer them into the tree, and then you can slide your trap on like that, and yeah, that's that set. Obviously that's a pretty obvious thing for a possum if it knows what a trap is. And these types of sets generally don't work as well as ground sets. A way you can make them a lot more effective is to put a branch or a log, go and find one and have it leading up to the trap, and that way the possum will more than likely climb up that log. You can put a bit of lure on it, and that way it actually works quite well. It's just a bit more mucking around. Alright, so obviously possums can get quite intelligent and they do get trap shy, and there's certain possums that, using the methods we've shown you, you'll probably never catch because they know what a trap is and they're just not going to go near one. Now there's a few hardcore methods you can use if you want to catch every last possum, and we'll just show you one of those methods now. So basically you use a stick like this, not too heavy but not too light either. Staple your trap onto that. Right, and we'll place that just slightly down the hill like this. Now this is a really well used trail along here. Possums are definitely using this trail, so what you then do is dig a quick hole big enough to fit your hole trap in, and you set your trap. Put your trap in the hole like so. Now you got to cover your trap, so you can cover it with a small amount of dirt, and then what you want to do is get rid of the rest of the dirt and cover the rest of it in small leaves. Right, so you cover it with a little bit of dirt and then leaves, and just light leaves, so they're not going to interfere with the trap when it sets off. They're not going to get jammed between the jaws and let the possum get away. And then and the reason we don't use dirt, we use leaves, is because birds can get attracted to dirt. You don't want to catch them. And then you want to hide your chain as well. So chuck a few things over that. And even a really trap-shy possum will get caught in a trap like this. All you need is that animal. As long as it's walking around, you can catch them with this method. You can even put a few sticks or a few logs on the sides of your trap to make sure it walks over the trap. And the good thing about what we've stapled our trap to, the stick here, so the possum will get caught, and then he can move this stick. He's probably going to take it downhill, he won't drag it uphill. Now drag himself down there. He won't be able to get too far with that big stick. And the beauty of that is that he's left this track clear, and the remaining possums will keep walking this track, and they won't see the trap, so they won't actually know what's happened. And yeah, that method's pretty effective, but it does take a lot longer.
Alright, that's it for today. If you tune in next week, we'll show you how to set up a big trap line and also how to humanely kill a possum.